Well, there goes Walt Robinson up to the post office. Willie, do you want to run and stop him?
Run and stop him? What for?
Well, you could offer to go for him. It'd be a good thing.
He'll stay around the post office all day. It's the only thing he does all day long.
I suppose.
Besides, who could be heard with him?
Oh, you shouldn't say that, Judy.
He knows he's hard of hearing.
Hard? He's never heard a word I said to him, I don't think, and I screamed my lungs out to him.
Well, you'd think they'd move a little closer to the square so we wouldn't have that hill to climb.
It's the only thing he does.
I don't even think he knows what my voice sounds like, and I yell my lungs out to him.
Maybe Al Robinson is over on a porch there.
That's all she does, spends her whole life there.
Suppose I should go over and keep her company.
Why don't you talk to somebody younger? You're always talking to her, and she never says anything worth hearing.
I'm going down by the river.
I don't know what to have for supper.
They're tearing down that old bridge.
What old bridge is that?
You know that old bridge by the fork?
There's no bridge there. You mean all those rocks?
Used to be a railroad bridge years ago.
Who told you that?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, Peggy should be coming over.
Peggy Harper is not coming over here.
I told you.
I wish you wouldn't spend so much time with that girl.
Peggy Harper is the nicest girl in the junior class.
That is not what I've been hearing.
Well, I can't help it if you've been listening to Maybelle Robinson. I don't know what she's got against Peggy.
She runs around half naked and her fat as a tub. You think she'd cover herself or lose some weight, one.
Well, Peggy's my friend and she can't help it if she has gland trouble.
Well, she could cover her bare legs. She looks like two sides of ham.
She just eats too much.
Well, she has gland problems.
You don't leave this house in that halter and shorts either.
Well, what's wrong with the halter? It is more than a bathing suit.
I'm not going to have you talked about all over town.
I'm going down by the river.
You stay away from that bridge if they're working down there. We don't need you knocked in the river and drowned.
They're using those rocks to build a house way up on the hill.
Young lady, don't you leave this house dressed like that.
Peggy's coming over and we're only going to sit out on the back steps and talk.
Well, don't you leave your yard dressed like that.
I'm not going to.
Willie, do you think your dad would mind if we had liver?
We had liver last night.
We haven't had liver in a week. I don't think your dad likes liver, really.
Looks like it's gonna do something.
Yeah, probably not till evening.
What's that a-coming up the street? Is that the junk man? What does he think he's a-doing? What's he a-doing? Now he's stopped. Looks like something was about to fall off his cart or something. Now he's tying down. Yes, it looks like it's gonna do something before long. You know, Rachel Jackson had a girl.
When did she? Rachel Jackson, a baby girl?
Yesterday afternoon. And her over 40. Nobody even knew she was carrying it. Fat ass she is. You couldn't tell. She didn't even see fit to let a body know.
Rachel Jackson with a new baby girl. Where's she now?
Up to the hospital. Baby's in an incubator. Born 1 month old, from what I hear. Blue as a turnip. They had to give it blood. Her mother ought to know better than to carry a child at her age and as fat as she is. Little thing weighed 5 pounds even.
Rachel Jackson with a new baby girl and her with 2 boys out of school nearly.
It'll die.
Oh, you shouldn't say that. 5 pounds isn't that bad.
Little thing. Blue as a turnip.
Oh, it'll be all right.
Doesn't have a chance from what I hear. It'll break that poor woman's heart.
Oh, it would that for sure.
So right, fat as she is.
Yeah, it'll probably rain by evening. Cool things off some. Today's gonna be a scorcher.
I guess he got that tied on, whatever it was. Now he's headed down towards Mrs. Stutt's. Now what business do you suppose he has down there? What's him? It's getting worse. I swear I think it is.
I saw him heading up toward town.
I suppose he'll be there all day long. That's all he does all day. Stands around with those old men laughing around grunting. I don't know what he's laughing about. Can't hear a word they're saying. Can't even hear the alarm clock. Can't even think but mashed potatoes.
I know.
Mashed potatoes, milk, and some cauliflower. They took him off salt.
You hear about Ben?
Yeah, heard of they call off his party. He didn't come to school.
His mom didn't let him have it. You know why?
Mr. Hawkins said he got sick.
He got sick, all right. You know why? His mom caught him.
When did she?
Yesterday noon. He came home and was in his room, and his mom came in without knocking.
What'd she do? He should have locked the door.
She beat the tar out of him. He said he almost cried. She pressed his hand right against the Bible and made him swear.
What'd she do that for?
She said he'd go blind and go crazy and go to hell.
Oh, that's a lot of baloney. You think he'll quit?
He said he had to. She pressed his hand right against the Bible and made him swear.
What a mean thing to do. She wouldn't let him have his party, I know that for sure. He didn't come back to school, and old man Hopkins said party was called off because Ben was sick.
He was sick, all right. His mom's gonna make him work this summer. He said he didn't mind. He wanted to anyway.
Boy, that'd be terrible to have a mom walk right in on you. Used to do it 3 or 4 times a day. Every day at recess, I know.
He sure did, but he won't now.
I wish there'd be a breeze and cool things off some.
That'll teach him.
Some anyway.
Damn, I bet he looked surprised.
I don't know anybody who does it as much as Ben does.
It's not unbearably bad, though, I suppose.
I don't at all.
I don't either anymore. I haven't in over a week.
Dad said he can't remember a dry July in history.
You been down to that old bridge?
Yeah, they hauled off the last pile of junk this morning. I saw the truck go by.
A breeze would be nice.
I'm taking the muffler off the car tomorrow.
Well, Clevis will jail if you do. You know how he is.
Well, I'll tell him it was broken. I'm getting a new one.
John tried that, and he got a ticket anyway. Clevis said he shouldn't have drove till he got a new one then.
They got somebody in jail?
When?
Oh, he's probably out by now. We was talking to him last night. He's from Springfield. Lord, did he cuss out this town. Clevis would have jailed him for a week if he could have hurt him.
What'd they jail him for in the first place?
Drunken driving. He said he wasn't, but I could tell he was.
How could you tell?
We gave him a beer through the bars. He tried to give us $1 for it, but we wouldn't take it.
Well, you could be jailed yourself for just talking to him.
Well, there's no law. I just hope he doesn't slip and say something.
He wouldn't.
Oh, he might mad as he was. The Red Tavern in Nixon won't sell it anymore, so we had to go to Rogersville to that place on the other side of town.
Well, it just seems like an awful lot of trouble for a headache to me.
Tony was stopped last week going around the square. Clevis knew he was as drunk as the Lord, but he didn't say anything. He's a nice guy, really, Clevis. Skelly yelled back to get the hell out of the middle. Now, Billy Burt nearly knocked old Skelly down the middle of Church Street yesterday. Skelly was standing there swearing I did nothing, and Billy Burt just looked out and laughed. Skelly told him to get the hell out of the middle of the street.
Well, what'd Skelly say to that?
What do you mean, what'd he say to that? Clevis told him to get the hell out of there.
Well, I feel sorry for Skelly. Someone like that, I really do.
Are you going to too? Take it out.
I'm not going to unless you do too.
Spit on it.
What for?
Makes it slicker.
I never heard that.
Come on, keep spitting on it. Keep it wet. I'll race you.
Okay, I'll race you.
Eat the crust too, Willie.
You do what your mother tells you.
I am.
No, you're not. I can see.
Keith said he's going to take the muffler off the car next Saturday. Either that or tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, I'd hope. That's nothing to do on a Sunday.
Well, if he wants to pay a fine, that's his business. He just better make sure he don't go blasting past here waking me up.
Judy, don't say things to upset your father.
Billy Burt almost knocked old Skelly down in the middle of Church Street yesterday.
He drives like a maniac.
He'll get his license taken away for sure if he isn't careful.
Oh, he will not. Honestly, Clevis was right there and he saw the whole thing. He just looked out and laughed. Skelly was cussing to beat the band and Clevis said he'd lock him up for disturbing the peace.
Are you gonna eat that crust?
I don't like it. I tell you, I'll get sick, honestly.
Well, Skelly ought to be locked up himself anyway.
You eat that crust, young man.
It'll break my teeth. Feel how hard it is.
Oh, your teeth aren't that tender.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. If that mockingbird don't sing, Mama's gonna buy you a diamond ring.
Where are you going so fast?
Oh, where would I be going?
You always go through the park here?
I didn't see you, kid fellow, so I wouldn't have smarty.
Do you feel any better now?
You better get back.
You feeling better?
No, worse if anything.
Gotta get back before long.
You need another coffee, maybe?
No, I'll be sick again.
You want to take a walk around the parking lot some more?
No.
You need
Come on.
another black coffee.
Come on, up you go.
Oh.
You feeling all right enough to go back in the cafe?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Want a hamburger or something?
You're just trying to make me sick again? Don't talk about it.
Some pie or something with
I said don't talk about it, good God.
Well, you didn't have any more to drink than the rest of us did.
Well, I'm sorry.
He didn't even have as much. I don't even feel a buzz anymore.
Look how white he is.
He's green.
I think he's passed out.
What are we gonna tell his dad?
It's late already.
Teddy,
Stop shaking me around.
are you feeling
Everything's
better?
spinning around.
Are you feeling better?
I almost had the ground stop moving under me. You started shaking me up and started all up
He
again.
doesn't know what he's saying.
What are you gonna tell your folks?
I don't know. I told you.
Well, look, we was out of gas way past Nixon.
No, I can't.
Why not? You gotta tell him something.
You never believed we ran out of gas. You never believed that one. Besides, I've used it already.
Well, a person can run out of gas more than once. It's a natural thing.
He didn't believe it the first time.
Why not? There was some on the gas line. We thought we was out of gas, so we got it told.
Would you two quit talking about gas? Good God.
Okay.
What was we doing out past Nixa?
Well, look, we was taking this girl home after the movies. Are you feeling better?
Yeah, little.
You all right to go in the cafe?
Yeah, I'll be all right now.
You want something?
I think I should try to eat something.
Oh God.
No, I think it was selling my stomach.
You just said you didn't want anything.
We won't say anything. I'll just sort of sneak in.
Just so long as we get home before long.
Come on.
Okay. Oh God, wait.
What's wrong?
Oh wait, I'm gonna be sick again.
Oh, hell, I
Jesus,
knew it. We'll
watch
never
out
get
there.
home.
Oh, and then the bedroom would be all in white. White walls, of course, and white ceiling. And some white curtains with a little bit of floral pattern in them, white on white. And there'll be a dressing table with a white pleated skirt around it, all in silk, and a white silk bedspread, and then the rug will. No, the floors will just be natural wood. And then I'll grow African violets in the windowsill in the bedroom because they get the south sun, and then I'll have one of them little white Scotty dogs with those white yarn cats like the common Mrs. Carter's makes, set up on the bed there with a couple white throw pillows set up on the bed pillows there. That's lovely, it really is. All in white, everything in white. Oh, and then the kitchen is green. A pale green, and yellow. A very sunny yellow. Well, and there'll be cabinets in pale green, and the floor and the walls will all be yellow. And the oven, and the stove, and the sink will all be pale green, like cabinets. And then the ceiling is checks, just small checks, that's green and yellow checks. Oh, and then the windows, the curtain, there'll be two windows, one over the sink and one over the breakfast table. And the curtains will just be ruffled cotton, just plain polished cotton. And they're checks, green and yellow. And that's the kitchen. Oh, and then there'll be one of them stools to sit on, them high ones. And it'll be kind of green with that yellow green checks on top, upholstered, of course. Oh, and the counter. There's going to be a lot of counter space. And then that's violet, like the... No, wait, it's yellow like the floors. Now the bedroom is all in violet and light brown. The walls are three of them.
You said the bedroom's in white.
Oh, right. That's right, all in white. Everything in white. With natural floors. Not a cold white, not that white. More of an off-white.
Cream.
No, more of an ivory. Oh, and then the bathroom's blue. Everything in blue.
Hey Tommy, listen. If I whistle once, it means I'm coming in for sure. If I whistle 2 times, it means maybe. 3 times, I don't know. You got that? Once means I'm coming up for sure. 2 times means maybe. 3 times, I still don't know yet. 4 times means I'm not coming up.
Is that lightning bugs over there, or is that someone in your backyard with a cigarette?
No, it's lightning bugs. See, they're in the backyard, thick.
Can you see if Walt's going to bed, or is he still in there reading?
Oh, he's still in there reading the Bible.
He'll put his eyes out. He's not satisfied to be dead. He should be in bed by now. It's past his bedtime. He's older than me 8 years.
I know.
Hey Tommy.
Shit, that was an easy one. You just lucked that one in. Beginner would have made that one. Shit, you just lucked out.
4 inside.
Shit, you can't make that one. Better try the 9.
Shit, I can.
Shit, you can't, man. I got 6 bits. 2 bits you can't.
Shit, that's an easy.
Shit, it is. You better grease her up.
Watch this shithead.
Shit, you missed as good as a mile.
Hell, I did a little less English on that and be just in there.
Hell, it would. 9 in the corner.
4 bits.
Hell with you, too. You think I want to throw dough away? That's chicken feed.
2 bits.
Hell, it's in there clean as a whistle.
2 bits.
Watch this, shithead.
We're even.
Shit, that was almost in there.
Shit, it was.
Are you going to the movie tomorrow night?
When? Tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, it's very good actually. I saw it last year in Springfield. It's very good. I want to see it again. It's about this kind of island.
During the war? I think I saw that one.
No, not that one. This one's in color.
No, I didn't see that one.
It's very good actually.
So I said to him, if you cut it green and let it lay an extra day, 2 or more, and you're going to get, now mind you, you're not going to get your 40 bales to the acre. Any fool will tell you that. Not with your Lespedeza. But your legume hay will go farther next winter. And they'll milk more than if you went for your 40 bales to the acre and had you dry on the bale on you.
Now that's provided it don't get wet in the field.
Oh yeah.
See, that's the risk there.
Oh yeah.
See, now if it gets wet in the field, then it's ruined sure.
Oh yeah, that's the way I put it to him. I told him, if you cut it green and let it lay an extra day, 2 or more, then you're going to get, now mind you, you're not going to get 40 bales.
Yeah.
Any fool will tell you that.
You a mockingbird, if that mockingbird don't sing, Mama's gonna buy you a diamond ring.
You always cut through the park here, do you?
I do not. Don't you stand so close either.
You've been to choir practice or prayer meeting, I suppose.
If you went to church at all, you'd know that choir practice was on Tuesday, early evenings, and prayer meeting was on Wednesday nights.
You want to go for a ride around?
No, thank you, I do not. I thought you was going steady with Judy Atkins recently.
Well, I don't see her around just now, but you are.
I hope you don't feel that makes me feel beholden to you just because she's not around just now.
Besides, my hand might slip off the steering wheel and glance against your knee, and you'd think you'd been compromised or something.
I know what you're after, and I think you should know better than to try something like that with me. You might have a car and all, but that doesn't matter a hill of beans as far as I'm concerned.
Are you too, holy for a little making out, are you?
I happen to know Judy Atkins very well, and you better let me on by.
Does she talk about me to you?
I would say she does. Yes, she sometimes does. But don't ask me what, because I'm not saying.
I bet it just makes you squirm, doesn't it?
No, it certainly does not make me squirm. What do you mean it just makes me squirm? You better let me on by.
Don't have to get so hot under the collar.
I'm not getting hot under the collar anywhere else. You just let me go on home now.
Why?
Willie!
Come on.
Why?
Willie!
Come on.
Why? She won't have to know.
That has nothing to do with it. You just keep your hands where they belong to.
You know you're, much more amply built.
Judy's just thin. You keep your hands away.
Want to go up to ride to Harper's Hill?
What would Judy think of that?
Well, she wouldn't have to know.
I suppose she goes up there with you?
Did she tell you that?
I didn't say she told me everything. Besides, people would see us going up through town on the highway.
But you'd like to, wouldn't you?
No, I would not.
Sure you would.
I have to go home.
I've, seen you watching me.
I have not. I suppose you think if you're the basketball hero of the town and all, every girl's just ready to just jump right into your lap. Well, you've got another thing coming.
I know you have. I've seen you.
I have not, I told you. I've seen you looking at me, though. And at every other girl around.
Well, if you noticed that, you must have been looking at me.
Come on, I didn't say that.
Want to sit here in the car a while?
No. I might sit here in the park, but not in your car.
Well, this is fine with me, but good old Clevis might come by, though.
Nobody ever comes by here. I come through here every night, and I haven't seen anybody yet.
I knew you would.
I didn't say I wanted to do anything, just sit and talk.
I knew you wanted to. All right, we'll just sit here and talk.
That's all.
Willie!
Not all.
Fine.
In the corner.
Yes.
Porn aside.
Okay?
No. No.
Willie!
What?
Isn't it? Willie!
What?
Just
What do you want?
lovely. Come on now.
Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Willie!
All right.
Carrie!
No, you can't.
Take it easy.
I love you so.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird.
Tommy, hey Tommy.
If that
I whistle once and they'll come
mockingbird
up for sure. I
don't
whistle 2 times and
sing,
it's me.
Mama's gonna
You
buy
Billy Bird,
you
really
a
not
diamond
I said to get out in the middle
You
of
cut it
church
green
street.
and let it lay
Yes,
an extra day, 2 or more.
Skelly was standing there.
They're
You're
just
swearing at
night.
Any fool will tell you that.
And Billy
Not with
Bird,
your Lespedeza.
They just looked out and laughed.
Looking glass gets broke.
And then bedrooms,
No, Barry shades violet, with violet's printed on the sheets.
Think Keith will like that?
Oh, I'm sure of it. Violet's practically his favorite color.
You two get to bed in there now. Judy, Willie, I don't want to hear another peep out of you two.
I am.
Oh, gosh. I shouldn't have done that. I think I got my dress off.
Hey, you feeling better? Hey, Teddy, you feeling better?
What the hell are you gonna tell your dad?
I guess that we ran out of gas in Nick, so if he's awake.
You feeling all right?
Yeah, I'll be all right now. You don't have to worry about me.
Well, are you gonna stay up reading all night?
Willie, are you sleepy? Are you asleep?
I said, are you gonna come to bed now?
I heard you. I'll come along.
Have you decided what you're gonna be? Are you gonna be an artist like I said?
You're gonna read and ruin your eyes.
I'm gonna think I might be a writer, like for the newspapers.
I heard you. I'm all right.
Well, I just want to be a good mother. A good wife and a good mother, you know?
What are you doing tomorrow?
Well, how come you aren't going to be an artist? When did you decide?
I'll just go up to the post office and see what's a-doing.
Well, I figured I might be an artist on the side, kind of. And if I write pieces for the paper, too, then I could write pieces about nature, make people really notice nature, you know?
That'd be nice. It'd be a very good thing to do.
Are you gonna hear the alarm?
One piece I thought I'd write would be all about here. Only it'd be about the things in nature you never really notice all the time, you know? It'd be just about the wonders of nature. And I'd have a lot of characters, and they'd all talk. Like, it'd be a countryside, and the tree would talk and tell about itself. Like about it's getting a new ring every year, you know?
There's nothing doing on a Sunday. There ain't no mail tomorrow.
The hills would talk, and the meadow would talk, and the brook would talk, like a laugh, kind of. And the berry bush would like the food they supply to wheat fields and wild animals and things.
You ought not to walk up that hill in this heat. There ain't no mail tomorrow.
That's beautiful.
You know, just about all in nature and all.
That's lovely, really, it is. Wild animals?
And they'd all tell about themselves.
You hear?
Well, I sure do want to see you when you do it.
Just gonna go up to the post office and see what's a-doing.
Well, and I figure they'd each just have one speech where they directly say about themselves, like, this is the rail speaking over here. They're tearing down that old bridge by the fork there.
Oh, it's real.
You know, like, I love thy rocks and rails.
Oh, sure. That's nice. Are you sleepy now, Willie?
Yes. Are you going to the movie tomorrow? Judy? Good night.
Good night, Willie.
Good night, Judy.
Good night, Mother.
Good night.
Good night, Mother.
You two go into bed in there now.
Good night, Daddy.
You two go to bed now.
You
Well-
come on in.
Well, good night.
Good night.
See that one come up and speak to me at the counter? Got the bread then. I didn't know how I was going to carry it. In the end, I put the bread on top of the soup. I like a bit of bread with mine. You see that one come up and speak to me at the counter? Who? comes up to me, he says. Hello, he says. What's the time by your clock? Good God, I was just standing there getting your soup.
It's tomato soup.
What's the time by your clock, he says.
I bet you answered him back.
I told him all right. Go on, I said. Why don't you get back into your scrag hole, I said. Clear out of here before I call a cop. I not long got here. Did you catch the all-night bus?
I got the all-night bus straight here.
Where from?
Oakland.
Which one?
The terminal. That takes me all the way to the terminal.
So does Bart. I see you talking to two strangers as I come in. You want to stop talking to strangers, old piece of boot like you? You mind who you talk to.
I wasn't talking to any strangers. That's another all-night bus gone by. Going up the other way. Daly City. I've never been up that way. I've been down to Golden Gate Park.
That's up the other way.
I don't fancy going down there. Down to Daly City and all up there.
Uh-huh.
I don't fancy that direction much.
How's your bread?
Oh, all right. How's yours?
They don't charge for bread if you have soup.
They do if you have tea.
If you have tea, they do. You talk to strangers and they'll take you in. Mind my words, cops will take you in.
I don't talk to strangers.
They took me away in the wagon once.
They didn't keep you, though.
They didn't keep me, but that's because they took a fancy to me. They took a fancy to me when they got me in the back of the wagon.
Do you think they take a fancy to me?
I wouldn't back on it.
You can see what goes on from this top table. It's better than going to that place on 3rd Street.
Yes. There's not too much noise.
There's always a bit of noise.
Yes, there's always a bit of light.
They'll be closing down soon to give it a scrub round.
There's a wind out.
I wouldn't mind staying.
They won't let you.
I know. Still, they only close an hour and a half, don't they? You can go along, then come back.
Oh, I'm going. I'm not coming back.
When it's light out, I come back, have my tea.
I'm going. I'm going up to Civic Center.
I'm not going down there. I'm going to the Panhandle.
You'll just about see the last all-night bus come up over the hill.
I'll just catch a look at it. Time I get up there. It don't look like an all-night bus in daylight. Do it.
You was a bit busier earlier. Around about 10.
10 was it?
About then. I passed by here about then.
Oh, yes?
I noticed you were real busy.
Yes, things are real busy about 10.
So I noticed. I sold my last runabout then. About 9:45.
Sold your last then, did you?
The last examiner it was. You know, sometimes it's the crowns last to go. Other times it's what's his name?
Times.
Yeah. Tonight, all I had left was the examiner.
Then that went, did it?
Yep. Yep. Like a shot.
Didn't have any left, eh?
Nope. Not after I sold that one.
So after that, you must have stopped by here then, was it?
Yeah, see, I stopped by here after that, see, after I packed up.
You didn't come in here though, did you?
When?
I mean, you didn't stop by here and have a cup of tea then, did you?
Oh, about 10 o'clock.
Yes.
No. No, I had to go up to the mission.
No, I thought it would be.
I had to go up to the mission.
Yes, things are real busy there about there.
I had to see if I could get a hold of George.
Who?
George.
George who?
Well, you know George. What's his name?
Oh. Did you get a hold of him?
No. I couldn't get a hold of him. I couldn't locate him.
He's not about much now, is he?
When did you last see him?
Oh, I haven't seen him for years.
Yeah, me either.
I used to suffer very bad from arthritis.
Arthritis? He never suffered from arthritis.
Suffered very bad.
Not when I knew him.
I think he must have left the area.
Yep. Tonight was the examiner was last to go.
Not always the last though, is it though?
Oh, no. Sometimes it's the cron. Other times it's one of the others. There's no way of telling beforehand, until you've got the last one left, of course. And then you know which one it's going to be.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I think he must have left the area.
Yes. I was at the restroom at Emporium, having a little rest. Just sitting there, interfering with nobody, when this old crone suddenly came right up to me and sat beside me. "You're a state employee," she said, "aren't you? I've got just the thing for you," she said, and put a little card into my hand. Do you know what was written on it? Men for sale. "What on earth do you mean?" I said. "Men," she said, "all sorts, shapes, and sizes. For sale." "What on earth do you possibly mean?" I said. "It's an international congress," she said, "brought up for the entertainment and relief of lady members of the civil service. You can hear some of the boys we've got speak through a microphone, especially for your pleasure. Singing little folk tunes we're sure you've never heard before. Tea and coffee are in the house, and every day we have the very best pastries. For the cabaret at tea time, The boys do a rare dance, imported all the way from Buenos Aires to rest in nothing but a pair of cricket bats. Every single one of them is tried and tested. Very best quality. If you like any one of them, by any of his individual characteristics, you can buy him. But for you, not at retail price. As you are a state employee, we'll be glad to make a special reduction. If you're all dissatisfied with him, you can return him within 7 days and have your money refunded. That's very kind of you, I said, but as a matter of fact, I've just been on leave. I start work tomorrow, and I'm perfectly refreshed. And I left her where she was. Men for sale. What an extraordinary idea. I've never heard of anything so outrageous, have you? Look, here's the card. Do you think it's a joke? Or serious?
Good morning.
Good morning, miss.
Are you Mr. Lamb?
That's right.
Yes, you're applying for this vacant post, aren't you?
That's right. Yes, I am, actually.
Are you a physicist?
Oh, yes, indeed. It's my whole life.
Good. Now, procedure is that before we discuss the applicant's qualifications, we'd like to subject him to a little test to determine his psychological suitability. You've no objection?
Oh, good heavens, no.
Jolly good. Please, sit down. Can I fit these to your palms?
Oh, what are they?
Electrodes.
Oh, yes, of course. Funny little things.
Now the headphones. My goodness.
I say, how amusing.
Now, I plug in.
A plug in, do you? Oh, yes, of course. You'd have to, wouldn't you?
Now relax. Relax completely. Don't think about a thing. Relax. Quite relaxed? Would you say you were an excitable person?
Not unduly, no. Of course, occasionally.
Would you say you were a moody person?
Moody? No, I wouldn't say I was moody.
Do you ever get fits of depression?
I wouldn't call them fits of depression.
Do you often do things you regret in the morning?
Regret? Things I regret? Depends on what you mean by often.
Do you often feel puzzled by women?
Women?
Men.
Men. Now, I was just going to answer the question about women.
Do you often feel puzzled?
Puzzled?
By women?
Women.
Men.
Men. Now, just a minute. Do you want separate answers or a joint answer?
After your day's work, do you ever feel edgy, fretty, irritable, at a loose end, morose, unable to concentrate, unable to sleep, unable to remain upright, unable to eat, lustful, on heat, randy, full of desire, full of dread, full of energy, full of desire, of energy, of desire.
Well, hence, really.
Are you a good mixer?
Oh, now you've touched on quite an interesting point there.
Do you ever suffer from eczema, listlessness, or falling coat? Are you Virgo intacta?
I beg your pardon?
Are you Virgo intacta?
I say, that's rather embarrassing in front of a lady and all.
Are you Virgo intacta?
Yes. Make no secret of it. I am.
Have you always been Virgo intacta?
Oh, yes, always. Always.
From the word go.
Go, yes, from the word go.
Do women frighten you? Their clothes, their voices, their shoes, their stares, their way of talking, their way of walking, their way of sitting, their way of smiling, their knees, their shins, their thighs, their eyes, there.
Well,
Thank you very much, Mr. Lamb. We'll let you know.
I always put the kettle on that time.
Yes.
Then she comes around.
Yes.
Only on Thursdays.
Yes.
On Wednesdays, I used to put it on when she used to come around, but then she changed it to Thursdays.
Oh, yes.
After she moved. When she used to live around the corner, she always came out on Wednesdays. But then when she moved, she couldn't find a butcher up there.
No.
Anyways, she decided she'd stick to her own butcher. Well, I thought if she can't find a butcher, that's the best thing.
Yes.
So she decided she'd come to the butcher's on Thursdays.
Yes.
I didn't know she was coming to the butcher's until one day I met her there. Oh, yes! It wasn't my day at the butcher. I don't go to the butcher on Thursdays.
No, I know.
I go on Fridays.
Yes.
That's where I see you.
Yes.
You're always in there on Fridays.
Oh, yes.
But I happened to go in for a bit of meat. It turned out to be a Thursday. I was going for my usual weekly on Friday. I just slipped in the day before.
Yes.
That was the first time I found out she couldn't buy meat up there.
Yes.
So she decided she'd come back once a week to her own butcher.
Oh, yes.
She'd come in on Thursday, so she'd have enough meat for the weekend. Lasted her till Monday. Then from Monday to Wednesday, they'd have fish. She can always buy cold meat if they want to change.
Oh, yes.
So I told her to come in when she came down after she'd been to the butcher, and I put a kettle on. So she did.
Yes.
It was funny, though, because she always used to come in on Wednesdays. Still, it made a break.
She doesn't come in no more, does she?
Oh, she comes in. She doesn't come in so much, but she comes in.
Oh, I thought she didn't come in no more.
She comes in. She doesn't come in so much. That's all.
Mrs. Jakes, how would you say things were in the pornographic book trade?
I make $500 a week.
500.
Yeah, I make around about $500 a week at it.
I see. So, how would you say things were in the pornographic book trade?
Well, only fair.
Only fair?
Fair to middling.
Why would you say that, Mrs. Jakes?
Well, it's got a lot to do with Xmas.
Xmas?
Well, what happens is, you see, is the trade takes a bit of bashing around Xmas time. Takes a good few months to recover from Xmas. The pornographic book trade does.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. What's got something to do with it is, you see, you don't get all that many people sending pornographic books for Xmas presents. I mean, you get a few, of course, but not all that many. No, can't really say people in our trade get much benefit from the Xmas spirit, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Mrs. Jakes.
Yeah, well, there you are. We make the best of it. I mean, I put a sprig of holly here and there. Hell, I put holly up all over the shop. But it doesn't seem to make much difference.
What sort of people do you get in your shop, Mrs. Jakes?
I beg your pardon?
What sort of people do you get in your shop?
I'd rather not answer that question, thanks.
Why not?
I should think the security police could tell you a thing or two about that.
Security police?
Yep. They got their dossiers, don't you worry about that.
But, we have no security police in this country.
Don't you? You'd be surprised. They know all about it. Take it from me. I've seen their dossiers.
You've seen their dossiers?
Dossiers? I've seen more dossiers than you've had nights off.
I think perhaps we better pass on to the next question.
Dossiers? I've been here morning and afternoon, checking over their dossiers, identifying my customers, identifying their photographs, right into the middle of the night. Right into the middle of their dossiers. We've got them all taped in the pornographic book trade. Don't you worry about that.
Yes,
You've no need to be anxious about that.
Mrs.
Every single individual that passes through my door goes out.
What?
Every single dirty-minded individual that passes through my door goes straight out. As soon as he's chosen his fancy, out he goes.
You mean you don't keep them in?
Keep them in? Never. I wouldn't keep one of my own little pornographic bookshop, not me. Not that they haven't begged, mind you, begged. They've gone down on their bended knees and begged me to allow them to stay the night in the back room in the punishment section. Not me. Not since I got the word.
I think
You don't think the security police are the only ones who've got dossiers, do you?
No, I'm sure.
You don't think that, do you? Get out of it. I'm up half the night doing my dossiers. I've got one on every single member of my clientele. And the day's coming, honey. I can tell you.
Coming?
We're gonna hold a special exhibition, see? We're gonna have them all in there, white in the face, peeping, peering, sweating, showing me false credentials to get to the top shelf. And then, at a given moment, we lock the doors and we turn the floodlights on and we'll have them all revealed for what they really are.
Well, what are they?
They're all the same. Every single one of them. Communists.
Hey! Hey, look at that guy! What's he got on his back? He's got a sandwich board on his back.
What about it?
He wants to take it off. He'll get a headache.
Rubbish.
What do you mean?
He won't get a headache.
I bet he will.
The neck. It affects the neck. He'll get a neck ache. The strain goes up. Have you ever carried a sandwich board?
Never.
Then how do you know which way the strain goes? It goes down. The strain goes down. He'll get a neck ache and a backache.
He'll get a headache in the end.
Oh, there's no end.
That's where the brain is.
It's where the what is? The brain.
It's nothing to do with his brain.
Oh, hasn't it?
Doesn't go anywhere near his brain.
If you've got a strain, it goes down. He'll get a neck ache, then a backache. It's not like heat.
What do you mean?
If you've got a strain, it goes down. Heat goes up.
You mean sound?
I was.
Sound goes up.
Sound goes anywhere it likes. It all depends where you're standing. It's a matter of physics. That, my dear, is just something you're completely ignorant of, but you just try carrying a sandwich board and you'll find out. Headache, how?
Well, I think he's gonna get a headache.
How can he get a headache if he doesn't have anything on his head? Well, you're wrong. I'm not wrong, I'm right. You happen to be talking to a woman who knows what she's talking about. But you just try carrying a sandwich board and you'll find out soon enough. First, the neck, then the shoulders, then the back, then it worms into the buttocks. The buttocks, that's where it worms. Either the right or the left. It all depends how you carry weight. Then through the thighs, a straight drop to his feet, and he'll collapse.
He hasn't collapsed yet.
He will. Give him a chance. How can he get a headache? He hasn't got anything on his head. I'm the one who's got a headache. You just don't know how to listen to what people tell you. That's your trouble.
I know what my trouble is.
You don't know what your trouble is, my friend. That's your trouble. I beg your pardon? What did you say? All I asked you was if I could get a bus from here to the Embarcadero. Nobody asked you to start making insinuations. Who do you think you are? I know your sort. I know your type. Don't worry. I know all about people like you. We can all tell where you come from. They're putting your sort inside every day of the week. All I've got to do is report you, and you'd be standing in the dock in next to no time. One of my best friends is a plainclothes detective. I know all about it. Standing there as if butter would melt in your mouth. Meet you in a dark alley, it'd be another story. You heard what this man said to me. All I asked him was if I could get a bus from here to the Embarcadero. I've got my witnesses, don't you worry about that. Impertinence! Ask a man a civil question and he treats you like 5 cents. I've got better things to do, my boy, I can assure you. I'm not gonna stand here and be insulted on a public street. Anyone can tell you're a foreigner. I was born just around the corner. Anyone can tell you're just up from this country for a bit of fun. I know your sort. Excuse me, lady. I was thinking of taking this man up to the magistrate's court. You heard him make that crack at me. Would you like to be a witness? Taxi! Taxi! You know what sort she is. I was the first in this line. Born just round the corner. Born and bred. These people from the country haven't the faintest idea how to behave. Wetbacks! You're damn lucky I don't put you on a charge. It's a straightforward question. Excuse me, do you know if I can get a bus from here to the Sunset?
ces grands et petits inventeurs?
Ici même.
Je voudrais voir le président.
Invention petite, moyenne ou grande?
Je ne saurais trop dire.
Petite, c'est le secrétaire général. Revenez jeudi.
Et qui vous dit, huissier, que l'invention de mademoiselle soit si petite que cela?
De quoi vous mêlez-vous?
La caractéristique de l'inventeur, c'est qu'il est modeste. L'orgueil a été inventé par les non-inventeurs. À la modestie créatrice, mademoiselle joint la modestie de son aimable sexe. Qui vous dit, huissier, que mademoiselle ne vous apporte pas une invention destinée à bouleverser le monde?
Monsieur.
Pour les bouleversements du monde, c'est bien le précédent. Il reçoit le lundi d'11 à 12 heures.
Nous sommes mardi.
Si mademoiselle n'a pas inventé de faire du mardi, le jour que précède le lundi, je ne puis rien.
Gabégie! L'humanité attend dans l'angoisse l'invention qui permettra d'adapter à notre vie courante les lois d'attraction des étoiles pour les envois postaux et la cicatrisation des brûlures. Peut-être que mademoiselle... Mademoiselle comment?
Mademoiselle Agnès.
Peut-être que mademoiselle Agnès nous l'apporte. Mais non, elle devra attendre lundi.
Je vous prie de vous taire.
Je ne me tairai pas. Je me tais le lundi. Et le légume unique. 5 continents se dessèchent dans l'espérance du légume unique qui rendra ridicule cette spécialisation du raisin, du poireau, du cerfeuil, qui sera la viande et le pain universel, le vin et le chocolat. Mademoiselle Agnès nous l'apporte elle-même.
Le registre sur la table. Les inscrits pour lundi.
Et voilà, lundi à la première heure, les crétins qui ont inventé le clou sans pointe et la colle à musique seront reçus illico par votre président. Et pendant une semaine, la pauvre humanité aura à continuer à se plonger jusqu'aux fesses dans les bouts des rizières et à crever ses yeux pour séparer les graines du radis menagé de celles du radis fourragé et à soigner ses blessures à la râpure de pommes de terre, alors que le légume unique est là. Et le firmament, mademoiselle Agnès ne s'inscrira pas.
Vous me rappelez que j'ai à préparer la salle de conseil.
Je vous remercie, monsieur, mais je ne suis pas l'inventeur de légumes.
Je le savais, c'est moi.
Je cherche une place, voilà tout.
Vous êtes dactylographe?
Dactylographe, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Sténographe?
Pas que je tâche.
Polyglotte? Rédactrice? Classeuse? Arrêtez-moi votre spécialité.
Vous pourriez énumérer le dictionnaire des emplois, jamais je n'aurais à vous interrompre.
Alors, coquette?
Non,
Dévouée?
non,
Gourmande?
non,
Douce? Voluptueuse?
non.
Naïve?
C'est plutôt mon rayon.
Tant mieux, c'est la première généreuse carrière.
Non, j'ai peur des hommes.
Quel homme?
Allez voir, je défaille.
Peur de l'huissier?
De tous. De l'huissier, du président, des militaires. Là où il y a un homme, je suis comme une voleuse dans un grand magasin qui sent sur son cou le souffle de l'inspecteur.
Voleuse de quoi?
J'ai envie de me débarrasser à tout prix de l'objet volé et de le lui lancer en criant « Laissez-moi fuir !»
Quel objet?
Je ne le demande même pas, je le recèle. J'ai peur.
Peut-être que leur costume vous impressionne, leurs chausses et leurs grègues?
Je ne pense pas. Je me suis déjà trouvée avec des nageurs. Leurs grecs étaient bien à terre. L'objet me pesait tout autant.
Peut-être qu'ils vous déplaisent tout simplement.
Non. Leurs grands yeux, leurs poils me plaisent, leurs grands pieds. Et ils ont des organes bien à eux qui m'attendrissent. Leurs pommes d'Adam en repas, par exemple. Mais dès qu'ils me regardent ou me parlent, je défaille.
Cela vous intéresserait de ne plus défaillir.
Vous dites ?
Cela vous intéresserait de les mener à votre guise, de tout obtenir, de faire plonger les présidents, de faire grimper les nageurs.
Il y a des recettes ?
Une seule, infaillible.
Mais pourquoi me le diriez-vous ? Vous êtes un homme.
Ignorez-la et vous aurez une vie sordide. Recourez à elle et vous serez reine du monde.
Reine du monde, que faut-il leur dire ?
Aucun de n'écoute?
Personne.
Dites-leur qu'ils sont beaux.
Leur dire qu'ils sont beaux, intelligents et sensibles.
Non, non, qu'ils sont beaux. Pour l'intelligence et le cœur, ils savent sentir eux-mêmes qu'ils sont beaux.
À ceux qui ont du talent, du génie, dire à un académicien qu'il est beau,
Jamais je n'oserais.
Essayez voir, à tous, aux modestes, aux vieillards, aux emphysémateux. Dites-le au professeur de philosophie, et vous aurez votre diplôme. Au boucher, et il lui restera du filet dans sa resserre. Au président d'ici, et vous aurez la place.
Cela suppose tant d'intimité avant de trouver l'occasion de le leur dire.
Dites-le d'emblée, qu'à défaut de votre voix, votre premier regard le dise.
Il faut être seul à seul avec eux.
Dites-leur qu'ils sont beaux, en plein tramway, en plein sac d'examen à la boucherie comble. Au contraire, les témoins seront vos garants.
Et s'ils ne sont pas beaux, qu'est-ce que je leur dis? C'est le plus fréquent, hélas.
Seriez-vous borné, Agnès? Dites-leur qu'ils sont beaux, au laid, au bancal, au pustuleux.
Ils ne le croiront pas.
Tous le croiront, tout le croit d'avance. Chaque homme, même le plus laid, nourrit en soi une amorce et un secret par lequel il se relie directement à la beauté même. Il n'entendra simplement prononcer tout haut le mot que sa complaisance lui répète tout bas. Ceux qui ne le croient pas, s'ils s'en trouvent, seront encore les plus fâtés. Ils croient qu'ils sont laids, mais qu'il est une femme qui puisse les voir beaux, ils s'accrochent à elle. Elle est pour eux le lorgnon enchanté dans un univers à yeux déformants. Ils ne la quittent plus jamais. Quand vous voyez une femme escortée en tout lieu d'état-major de servants, ce n'est pas tant qu'ils la trouvent belle, mais plutôt qu'elle leur a dit qu'ils sont beaux.
Il y a déjà des femmes qui savent leur sexe?
Elles la savent mal, elles biaisent. Elles disent au bossu qu'il est généreux, au coupé rosé qu'il est tendre, c'est sans profit. J'ai vu une femme perdre millions, perdre les rivières, parce qu'elle avait dit à un pied tourné qui marchait vite. Il fallait lui dire, il faut leur dire qu'ils sont beaux. Allez-y, le président d'ici n'a pas de jour pour entendre dire qu'il est beau.
Non, je reviendrai, laissez-moi m'entraîner. J'ai un cousin qui est pas mal, je vais m'exercer sur lui.
Vous allez vous exercer tout de suite. Et sur l'huissier.
Sur ce monstre?
Ce monstre est parfait pour l'entraînement. Ensuite sur le secrétaire général, excellent aussi. Il est plus à point encore. Puis sur le président.
Commencez par l'huissier, jamais.
Bon. Commencez par ce but.
C'est le but de qui?
Peu importe, c'est un but d'homme, il est tout pareil.
Il n'y a pas de barbe, il n'y a que la barbe chez les hommes qui me donne confiance.
Entraînez-vous sur n'importe qui, sur n'importe quoi. Sur cette chaise, sur cette pendule.
Le fond du féminin.
À ce papillon, le voilà sur votre main. Il s'est arraché au jasmin et au rose pour venir pomper sa louange. Allez-y.
Comme tu es beau.
Dites-le à lui-même.
Comme tu es beau.
Vous voyez, il remue les ailes. Rôdez un peu, ornez un peu. De quoi est-il spécialement fier, un papillon?
De sa trompe, je pense. De son corselet.
Alors allez-y, comme ton corselet est beau.
Comme ton corselet est beau, papillon. Tu es en velours de gêne. Comme c'est beau le jaune et le noir. C'est ta trompe. Jamais on me fera croire qu'une fleur comme toi a une trompe. C'est un pistil.
Pas mal du tout. Voilà l'huissier. Chassez-le. Que votre premier mot soit le mot, sans préambule, sans préface.
Quel mot?
Vous pataugerez après, tant pis, il sera dit.
Quel mot?
Faut-il vous le répéter 100 fois, quand vous êtes beau?
Quand vous êtes beau? Vous dites? Je dis, quand vous êtes beau. Cela vous prend souvent? C'est la première fois de ma vie. Que vous dites qu'il est beau à une tête pour rire? Beau n'est peut-être pas le mot. Moi, je ne juge pas les gens sur la transparence de la narine ou l'écart des yeux. Je juge sur l'ensemble.
Ensemble aussi, ce que vous me dites. Tous les détails sont laids, votre ensemble est beau.
S'il vous plaît, laissez-moi tranquille. Vous ne pensez pas que c'est pour flatter un celui-ci comme vous que je dis que je trouve beau?
Calmez-vous, calmez-vous.
Je trouve que vous êtes beau. Je vous dis que vous êtes beau. Je puis me tromper, tout le monde n'a pas de goût.
Que vous ne trouvez pas beau. Qu'est-ce que j'ai de beau? Ma silhouette? Vous l'avez même pas remarqué.
Ah, vous croyez? Quand vous avez relevé la corbeille à papier, n'est-il pas penché à vous, votre silhouette? Et quand vous avez traversé la salle pour aller au conseil, vous l'avez mise dans votre poche?
Vous la voyez maintenant parce que j'ai attiré votre œil sur elle.
Vous avez raison. Je croyais vous voir beau, c'est votre silhouette.
Alors dis, quelle belle silhouette, ne dis pas quelle belle lycée.
Je ne dirai plus rien.
Ne vous fâchez pas. Je dois vous mettre en garde. En effet, c'est rare une belle silhouette. On ne met pas avec les silhouettes, mon enfant.
Qu'elle est belle quand vous mettez en colère. Vous ne ferez pas croire que ce soit votre silhouette, ces dents-là.
C'est vrai. Quand je mets en colère, je montre le seul chose que j'ai de parfait. Mais donc, je ne fume pas. Je n'ai aucun mérite. Et je ne sais pas si vous avez remarqué que la crinière était double. Pas la fausse ciment, celle de droite. Tenez, je crois que le secrétaire général sonne. Je vais faire en sorte qu'il vous reçoive. Je dirais que c'est ma nièce.
Qu'elle est belle quand vous vous redressez. On dirait celle du penseur de Rodin.
Oui, oui, ça suffit. Si vous étiez ma fille, vous recevriez une belle calotte.
Pas mal, c'est un début.
Un mauvais début. Je veux signer avec du papillon qu'avec l'huissier.
C'est parce que vous vous entêtez à joindre l'idée de beauté à l'idée de caresse. Ce ne sont pas vos mains qui ont à parler, ni vos lèvres, ni votre joue, mais votre cerveau.
Mais comment m'entraîner, il arrive.
Exercez-vous sur moi.
Vous direz à vous que vous êtes beau.
C'est si difficile que cela.
Pas du tout.
Songez bien à ce que vous allez dire.
Vous n'êtes pas mal du tout quand vous vous moquez ainsi de moi.
Faites, vous biaisez. Et pourquoi quand je me moque? Je ne suis pas beau autrement?
Aussi magnifique.
Vous voyez, ce ne sont plus vos mains qui parlent.
Devant vous, elle murmure quand même un petit peu.
Parfait.
Le contour de votre corps est beau. La tête n'importe peu. Le volume de votre corps est beau.
La tête importe peu? Qu'est-ce à dire?
Pas plus que celle du penseur de Rodin.
Écoutez Agnès, c'est très ingénieux ces allusions à une statue célèbre. Mais le penseur de Rodin, est-elle la seule que vous connaissiez?
La seule, avec la Vénus de Milo, mais ça ne peut guère me servir avec les hommes.
C'est à voir. Il est urgent en tout cas que vous oubliez votre répertoire. Dites l'esclave de Michel-Ange. Dites l'Apollon de Bellac.
L'Apollon de Bellac?
Il n'existe pas. C'est moi qui l'extrais en ce moment du terreau et du soleil antique. Personne ne vous le contestera.
Comment est-il?
Un peu comme moi, sans doute. Je suis né à Bellac, c'est un beau vieux moulin.
On dit que les Limousins sont si beaux. Comment se fait-il que vous soyez si beau?
Mon père était très beau. Que je suis bête, vous m'avez pris, bravo.
Je n'ai pas cherché à vous prendre. C'est vous qui m'avez donné la recette. Avec vous, je suis franche.
Voilà, elle a compris.
Le secrétaire général vient vous voir ici une minute, mademoiselle.
Vous entendez, c'est terrible.
Entraînez-vous encore.
Mais sur qui? Sur quoi?
Sur tout ce qui est là. Les choses non plus ne résistent pas à ce que leur dit qu'ils sont beaux. Sur le téléphone.
Comme tu es beau, mon petit téléphone.
Pas les mains.
Mais cela m'aide tellement.
Au lustre, vous ne le toucherez pas.
Comme tu es beau, mon petit, mon grand lustre. Plus beau quand tu es allumé? Non, dis pas cela. Les autres lustres, oui. Les becs à gaz, les lampadaires, toi pas. Regarde, le soleil joue sur toi. Tu es le lustre à soleil. Tu es beau, beau comme une constellation. Comme une constellation le serait si, au lieu d'être ce faux monument pendu dans l'éternité, tu étais ce monument de merveilleux laiton.
Bravo!
mademoiselle, je dispose d'une minute, mais qu'avez-vous? Qu'avez-vous à vous regarder là-dessus? Vous avez suivi aux arts et métiers mon cours sur les inventions dans un rêve. Vous me connaissez? Non. Au contraire. Que veut dire au contraire?
J'attendais un secrétaire général comme ils ont coutume d'être. Un être ventré ou maigrelet, boiteux, et je vous vois.
Je suis comme je suis.
Oui, vous êtes beau.
Vous dites?
Je n'ai rien dit.
Oh, si, vous avez dit que j'étais beau. J'ai entendu clairement et je dois dire que j'en éprouve quelques surprises car si je l'étais, on me l'aurait déjà dit.
Quelle idiote.
Qui est idiote? Ma sœur? Ma mère? Je suis spécialiste du rêve. C'est à moi que s'adressent ceux les inventeurs qui ne font leur trouvaille qu'en rêve. Et je dois dire que j'ai réussi à retirer des songes des inventions aussi remarquables que le bruit des fourchettes, le livre qui se lit lui-même, qui, sans moi, ne seront que des épaves du sommeil. Si en rêve vous m'aviez dit que j'étais beau, j'aurais compris. Mais nous sommes en état de veille, du moins que je le suppose. Permettez que je me passe pour nous en assurer et que l'on passe. Nous n'en rêvons pas. Alors, pourquoi vous m'avez dit que j'étais beau? Cela m'échappe. Pour gagner ma faveur, l'explication serait grossière. Pour vous moquer, votre œil est courtois, votre lèvre amène.
Je dis parce que vous êtes beau. Beau comme l'Apollon de Bélac.
L'Apollon de Bélac?
Vous ne trouvez pas?
Si vous y tenez tant que cela, mademoiselle.
À l'Apollon de Bélac, habillé évidemment, car pour vos vêtements, je fais mes réserves. Vous habillez mal, monsieur le secrétaire général. Moi, je suis franche, vous ne me ferez jamais dire ce que je ne pense pas. Vous avez le travers d'homme vraiment beau, de boulanger, de Nijinsky, mais vous habillez au marché aux puces.
Ce qu'il faut s'entendre dire, et par une Jeanne qui dit au premier venu qu'il est beau.
Je ne dis qu'il y a 2 hommes dans ma vie, vous êtes le second.
Oh, que voulez-vous? Vous ne voyez pas que nous sommes occupés?
Si vous de compter, monte l'escalier, je les annonce.
Mademoiselle, le conseil me réclame. Mais me feriez-vous le plaisir de revenir demain pour suivre cet intéressant entretien? Je suis sûre que vous êtes artiste en machine à écrire.
Hélas, non, je ne sais quel piano.
Ah, parfait. C'est beaucoup plus rare. Vous prenez la dictée?
Lentement.
Tant mieux. Cet autre allait trop vite et semblait me donner la leçon.
Et je relis mal mon écriture.
Parfait. L'entretien la discrétion même. À demain, donc vous acceptez?
Oui, mais à une condition.
Vous posez des conditions à votre chef?
À la condition que je ne vous verrai plus jamais avec cette ignoble jaquette. Imaginez ces 2 harmonieuses épaules dans cette cristalline me serait insupportable.
J'ai un complet en tusseur beige, mais elle est d'été, m'arrive.
C'est à prendre ou à laisser. J'adore le tusseur beige.
Parfait. Ma sœur et ma mère le détacheront cet après-midi. Je l'aurai.
Alors?
Pas mal, mais vous plaisez toujours.
Pourtant le mien, c'était...
Entraînez-vous sur eux.
Le premier?
Sur tous.
Messieurs de Cracheton.
Comme il est beau.
Charmant enfant.
Messieurs Lépidoura.
Salut, jolie personne.
C'est que vous êtes beau.
Comment savez-vous?
Par l'amie de votre femme, la baronne Chagroby. Elle vous trouve magnifique.
Ah, elle me trouve magnifique, la baronne de Chagroby. Dites-lui le bonjour, en attendant que je la déguise moi-même. C'est vrai qu'elle n'est pas gâtée avec le baron. Elle habite toujours au Cité Bonnet?
Au 28. Je dirais que vous êtes toujours aussi magnifique.
N'exagérez rien. Elle est délicieuse.
Messieurs Rasmuth et Schultz.
Comme il est beau.
Peut-on savoir, mademoiselle, auquel des 2 votre phrase s'adresse?
Regardez-vous l'un l'autre, vous le saurez.
Elle est charmante.
Vous avez l'air triste. Cela ne va pas?
Cela va trop bien. J'ai déchaîné le diable. J'aurais dû me méfier de votre prénom. Mes lectures du 18e auraient dû me rappeler que c'est avec les naïfs qu'on fait un jour les monstres.
Monsieur le Président!
Et vous le phénomène? Je suis mademoiselle Agnès.
Mais qu'est-ce que vous leur faites, mademoiselle Agnès? Cette maison que je préside remplissait jusqu'à ce matin dans la paresse, la tristesse et la crasse. Vous l'effleurez, je ne la reconnais plus. Mon huissier est devenu poli au point de saluer son ombre sur le mur. Mon secrétaire général entend assister au conseil en bras de chemise. Comme des taches de soleil au printemps, s'échappent des poches de ces messieurs des miroirs, où monsieur l'épée du rat contemple avec orgueil la pomme d'Adam de monsieur l'épée du rat, monsieur de Razmut avec volupté la verrue de monsieur Razmut. Que leur avez-vous fait? J'achète à votre prix votre recette. Elle est inestimable. Que leur avez-vous dit?
Comme vous êtes beau.
Comment?
Je leur ai dit, j'ai dit à chacun, comme vous êtes beau.
Par des promesses, des sourires, des minauderies?
Non, à haute et intelligible voix, comme vous êtes beau.
Mademoiselle Agnès, merci. Écoutez ces applaudissements. C'est monsieur de Cracheton qui met au voile l'achat pour le lavabo d'un miroir à 3 faces. Merci pour eux.
De rien, je vous assure.
Et du président, mademoiselle? D'où vient que vous ne le dites pas du président?
Tu es beau?
Parce qu'il ne vous paraît pas mériter la peine.
Certes, non.
Parce que c'est assez joué aujourd'hui avec la vanité des hommes.
Oui, monsieur le président. J'ai pas besoin de vous le dire. Vous le savez bien.
Non, je l'ignore.
Parce que vous êtes beau.
Répétez, je vous prie.
Parce que vous êtes beau.
Réfléchissez. L'instant est grave. Êtes-vous bien sûr que vous me trouvez beau?
Je ne vous trouve pas beau. Vous êtes beau.
Seriez-vous prête à le redire devant témoin? Devant l'huissier? J'ai aujourd'hui d'importantes décisions à prendre qui me mettront au pôle les plus contraires selon que je suis beau ou que je suis laid.
À le redire, à l'affirmer, certainement.
Merci, mon Dieu. Mademoiselle Chevaudan. Mademoiselle Chevaudan, vous exercez depuis 3 ans les hautes fonctions de secrétaire particulière. Or, il ne s'est écoulé de matin ou d'après-midi sans que la perspective de vous voir dans mon bureau ne m'ait donné la nausée. Parce que vous étiez laide? J'ai cru que vous étiez généreuse. Or, vous reprenez 2 francs dans la sébile de la veuve contre votre pièce de 20 sous. Ne niez pas, c'est lui qui me l'a dit. Parce que vous aviez une moustache? J'ai cru que vous aviez du cœur. Or, ces aboiements déchirants de mon fox endormi sur votre table, que vous m'expliquiez par ces rêves de chasse à la panthère, étaient en fait provoqués par vos pinceaux. 1000 jours j'ai supporté de vivre avec quelqu'un qui me méprise et me trouve laid. Car vous me trouvez laid, n'est-ce pas?
Oui, un singe.
À première vue, les yeux de mademoiselle paraissent mieux qualifiés pour voir que vous. Or, comment suis-je réellement, mademoiselle Agnès?
Beau, très beau.
Quelle imposture! Tais-toi. Cette appréciation désintéressée de mon charme d'homme n'a pas changé de vous?
Vous voulez rire?
J'en prends note. Voici donc le problème tel qu'il se pose. J'ai le choix de passer mes journées entre une personne ravissante qui me trouve beau et une personne affreuse qui me trouve laid. Vous irez les conséquences, choisissez pour moi.
Cette folle me remplace.
À l'instant même, si elle le désire. Quelle honte!
Je m'en prévenir, mademoiselle.
Prévenez-la, j'attends de pied ferme.
Je regrette, Monsieur le Président.
Félicitez-moi. Vous arrivez en archange au moment crucial de ma vie. Car j'apportais à cette dame, dont mademoiselle Chèvredent me menace, une bague de fiançailles. C'est ce diamant, est-ce qu'il vous plaît?
Comme il est beau.
Étonnant. Vous surveillez. Vous avez dit comme il est beau pour le diamant avec la même conviction que pour moi. Serait-il terne et plein de crapauds?
Il est magnifique, vous aussi.
Je dois être déjà un tout petit peu moins. Voici Thérèse. Que je vous présente.
Présentation inutile et sans le moindre avenir. Sortez, mademoiselle.
Agnès remplace Chèvredent et restera.
Agnès? En 10 minutes, le prénom de mademoiselle est déjà tout nu.
Tout nu et virginal. C'est le privilège de ce prénom.
Et peut-on savoir pourquoi Agnès remplace Chèvredent?
Parce qu'elle me trouve.
Oh, tu deviens fou.
Non, je deviens beau.
Tu sais ce que tu étais ce matin?
Ce matin, j'étais un homme aux jambes légèrement arquées, au teint blafard et à la dent molle. J'étais ce que tu me voyais, Thérèse.
Je te vois encore.
Vous souriez, Agnès.
Oui, c'est beau, un homme intelligent et brave.
Oh, quelle femme. C'est faux.
Quelle femme, la vraie femme. Entends-moi bien, Thérèse. Les femmes sont en ce bas monde pour dire ce qu'Agnès nous dit. Elles sont sur terre pour dire aux hommes qu'ils sont beaux. Et celles qui le disent aux hommes qui sont beaux, ce sont les plus belles. Ce sont celles-là d'ailleurs qui le disent. Agnès me répète que je suis beau, c'est qu'elle est belle. Tu me répètes que je suis laid, je m'en suis toujours douté, tu n'es qu'une horreur.
Bravo, bravo.
Oh, mais quel est cet autre fou?
Bravo, Président. Et pardon si j'interviens, mais quand ce débat touche au cœur même de l'humanité, comment me retenir? La vérité, c'est qu'ils sont tous beaux, les hommes, et toujours beaux. Et c'est la femme qui le leur dit, qui ne ment pas.
Bref, c'est moi la menteuse.
C'est vous l'aveugle, car il suffit pour les voir beaux de regarder les hommes dans leur souffle et leur exercice. Et chacun a sa beauté, ses beautés. Chacun a sa beauté d'enfant, enfin. Le président a la beauté de président, le déménageur de déménageur. Le seul mécompte, c'est quand il les échange. Quand le président prend la caractéristique du déménageur, et le déménageur du président.
Mais ce n'est pas le cas.
Non, il a plutôt celle du ramasseur de mégots.
Entends-moi bien, Thérèse. Je sais aussi bien que toi à quoi m'en venir sur les avantages physiques.
Tu es laid.
Tais-toi.
Tu es laid. Tout mon être te le crie. Cette femme, elle arrive juste à forcer sa bouche, à proférer son mensonge. Mais tout de moi, mon cœur, mes artères, mes bras te crient la vérité. Même mes jambes.
La bouche d'Agnès vaut ton tibia.
Elle vient d'avouer.
Mais qu'est-ce qu'ils ont tous contre moi? Qu'est-ce que je viens d'avouer?
Votre faute? Votre crime? Comment voulez-vous que le président soit beau avec un entourage dans un décor qui lui ressasse qu'il est laid?
Un décor? Bravo, je comprends.
Tu comprends quoi?
Cette gêne qui me prenait devant tout ce que toi, tout ce que t'as, toi, tes vêtements, tes objets. Comment est-ce Agnès?
Les chaises sont en velours.
Merci, velours. Et sur la table?
Sur la table, il y a des fleurs, aujourd'hui des roses.
Merci, Rose. Merci, Glycine et dessins sauvages. Et sur la cheminée?
Un miroir.
Merci, miroir. Merci, bassin de Versailles. Merci, écho. Merci désormais tout ce qui me renverra à ma voix ou mon image.
J'avais les choses car je retrouve Narcisse.
Le seul narcisse coupable est celui qui trouve les autres laids. Comment les présidents pouvaient-ils être inspirés pour ces notes et ces dictées sous des yeux aussi peu indulgents?
Mais enfin, quels sont ces bourreaux? Je t'ai donné sans réserve ma vie et mes talents. Je partage un lit dont j'ai brodé la courte pointe et égalisé la laine. Est-ce que tu glisses, toi, dans ton lit? Tu n'as jamais eu un rôti trop grillé ou un café trop clair. Tu es, grâce à moi, un de ces rares hommes dont on puisse assurer que son mouchoir est du jour et que son orteil n'est pas du chancelier. Est-ce qu'il y est nu ton orteil? Et limite,
aux abords de l'hiver, cherchant en vain, au-dessus de ses complets, la tache d'huile ou de graisse qui leur permettrait d'atterrir. Mais quel est ce procès que vous faites à l'honneur des femmes et des ménages?
Un mot. Me dis-tu que je suis laid parce que tu me trouves laid? Ou cela te venge de ce mépris de me dire?
Parce que tu es laid. Et voici que survient cette femme. Du premier coup d'œil, on devine le lot de l'homme qui vivra avec elle.
Agnès, me dites-vous que je suis beau parce que je suis beau? C'est pour rire de moi.
Parce que vous êtes beau. Épousez-le alors, si vous le trouvez si beau. Épousez-le. Vous savez qu'il est riche.
Utile des millions, ça ne m'empêcherait pas de le trouver beau.
Et toi, qu'attends-tu pour lui offrir ta main?
Je n'attends plus rien. Je la lui offre. Et je n'ai aucun remords. J'ai dû aussi après ça à Madeleine.
Si vous aimez les ronflements la nuit.
Vous ronflez? Quelle chance. Dans mes insomnies, j'ai si peur du silence.
Oh, mes rotules proéminentes.
Je n'aime pas en tout cas les jambes trop pareilles. Je n'aime pas les quilles.
Et les poitrines de clochard.
Ah non, madame, je suis tout ce qu'il y a de plus difficile pour les poitrines.
Oh, il n'a pas la poitrine à clochard.
Non, d'un croisé.
Et ce front de croisé, c'est le front d'un murgrave.
Certainement, d'un roi.
Oh, c'en est trop. Adieu. Je me réfugie dans un monde où la laideur existe.
Tu l'emportes, tu l'as en pellicule sur l'âme et sur les yeux. Et maintenant, Agnès, en gage d'un heureux avenir, acceptez ce diamant. Si vous avez accepté de comparer ma beauté à la sienne, je saurai moi aussi m'éclaircir et miroiter sur vos regards. Je vous demande une minute. Je vais prévenir le conseil de nos fiançailles. L'huissier descendaire a fait tous les camélias de l'arrondissement pour nos boutonnières. Quant à vous, monsieur, à qui je dois tant, j'espère que vous accepterez de partager notre repas. Embrassez-moi, Agnès. Vous hésitez.
J'hésite aussi à regarder mon diamant.
À tout de suite, Agnès, du plus heureux des hommes.
Du plus beau.
Une place, un mari, un diamant. Je puis vous quitter, Agnès, mais vous manque plus rien.
Si.
Vous êtes insatiable.
Regardez-moi. Je n'ai pas changé depuis ce matin.
Vous êtes un petit peu plus émue, un petit peu plus grasse, un petit peu plus tendre.
C'est votre faute. À force d'avoir répété votre mot, j'ai gagné une envie. Pourquoi m'avoir forcé de dire qu'ils sont beaux à tous ces gens si laids? Je me sens à point de dire qu'il est beau à quelqu'un de vraiment beau. J'ai besoin de cette récompense et de cette punition. Trouvez-le moi. J'ai besoin de dire qu'il est beau et plus beau.
Et le caresser un tout petit peu.
Et le caresser.
Vous avez l'Apollon de Bellac.
Mais ce n'existe pas.
Vous en demandez trop. Qu'il existe ou non, c'est la suprême beauté.
Vous avez raison. Je ne vois bien que ce que je touche. Je n'ai aucune imagination.
Apprenez votre pensée à toucher. Imaginez qu'il nous arrive ce qui arrive dans les pièces qui ont de la tradition.
Que soudain vous soyez beau.
Merci, c'est presque cela. Que c'est le Dieu de la beauté même qui vous ait visité ce matin. Peut-être d'ailleurs est-ce vrai. Et que soudain il se dévoile, et que c'est moi. Et que je vous apparaisse dans toute ma vérité, mon soleil. Regardez-moi, Agnès. Regardez l'Apollon de Bellac.
Je ferme les yeux pour vous voir, n'est-ce pas?
Vous comprenez tout, hélas, oui.
Parlez, comment êtes-vous?
Tutoyez-moi. Apollon exige le suprême respect.
Comment es-tu?
Des détails, naturellement. En voici. Ma taille est 1,5 fois la taille humaine. Ma tête est petite et mesure le 7e de mon corps. L'idée de l'équerre est venue au géomètre de mes épaules, et l'idée de l'arcadien de mes sourcils. Je suis nu.
Avec des ailes à tes pieds?
Non, celui avec les ailes aux pieds, c'est l'Hermès des intérieurs.
Je n'arrive pas à te voir, ni tes yeux, ni tes pieds.
Avec les yeux, tu y tombes bien. Les yeux de la beauté sont implacables. Mes yeux sont d'or blanc et mes prunelles de graphite. Vous me voyez maintenant?
Mal. Moi, j'ai des pauvres yeux d'agate et d'éponge. Tu leur fais jouer un jeu cruel. Ils ne sont pas faits pour voir la suprême beauté. Elle leur fait plutôt mal.
Ton cœur, en tout cas, en profite.
J'en doute. Ne compte pas trop sur moi, beauté suprême. Tu sais, j'ai une petite vie. Ma journée est médiocre, et chaque fois que je gagne ma chambre, j'ai 5 étages à monter, dans la pénombre et le crayon. Dans mon travail ou mon repos, il y a toujours cette préface de 5 étages. Que j'y suis seule. Il y a entre le 3e et le second un tournant, où les marches sont inclinées par le tassement et par l'âge. À ce tournant, l'espoir vous abandonne. Voilà ma vie. C'est une cage d'escalier. Alors que j'hésite à te voir tel que tu es, c'est pour ma défense, ne m'en veuille pas.
Tu vas désormais être une des heureuses du monde, Agnès.
Oui, dans la cage d'escalier d'ici, les paillasson sont neufs et ont des initiales. Mais y monter avec toi sera trop dur encore. Alors ne me rends pas la tâche trop difficile. Celui que je ne peux pas serrer contre moi dans mon escalier n'est pas pour moi. J'y garderai mon diamant. Un diamant va même dans un ascenseur. Disparaît quand j'ouvrirai les yeux.
Si je disparais, tu retrouveras un humain médiocre comme toi. Des poids autour des yeux, des poids autour du corps.
Je le préfère, c'est mon lot. Laisse-moi t'embrasser et disparaître.
Apollon est parti, et je pars.
Quand vous êtes beau.
Chère Agnès.
Comme c'est beau la vie dans un homme. Et vous me quittez pour croire que je vais marier le président?
Il est beau, il est riche, à dire.
Vous aussi le serez. Je lui ai ordonné d'acheter à son prix l'invention du légume unique. Restez.
Il n'est pas encore au point. Son pépin est invisible. Sa tige mesure à la hauteur du sapin. Il a goût d'Alain. Je reviendrai dès qu'il sera parfait.
Vous me jurez?
Le matin même, nous le sèmerons ensemble, je vous le jure.
J'achète le jardin.
Agnès. Oh, bonne nouvelle. Le conseil délirant à la nouvelle que la lutte des sexes soit terminée a décrété changer le tapis d'escalier contre une moquette de Roubaix en simili-carrelage à bordure de dessins persans. C'est leur cadeau de fiançailles. Vous êtes seul? Notre ami est parti?
Oui, il est passé.